Sorry, excuse me. Do we need an electrician or do we just call Con Ed and they come out and return everything on? Sorry, excuse me. Do we need an electrician or do we just call Con Ed and they come out and return everything on?
Whenever you're ready.
Ladies and gentlemen, are you ready for Super Bowl 60? Are you ready for the excitement, the adrenaline? Branson Cognac. What the What happened with the lights, man?
And whenever you're ready.
Can you see me?
Yeah.
Can you see me?
Yeah.
Playing games about this construction we building right now. We building a platform for this beautiful LED wall that we have inside of the sound stage. You heard? Hey, sometimes you gotta get your hands dirty yourself. We working on it.
Ayo, what's goody, what's goody, what's goody? Welcome back to the crib, y'all. Sit down, strap in. 'Cause we are about to take a ride. The internet is in a full-blown frenzy right now, and the source of the smoke? Two New York legends going head up over. Wait for it, the electricity bill fam. The Con Edison notice. I can't make this up. Yeah, you heard me right. We ain't talking stolen rhymes. We ain't talking gangster politics. We talking about who can keep the lights on in the mansion. And the two gladiators in this digital coliseum? On one side, the undisputed heavyweight champion of trolling, the man who turned chaos into a business plan, Curtis 50 Cent Jackson, billionaire, TV mogul, rap icon, and professional instigator. And on the other side, the Harlem diplomat, the Dipset Don, the man who taught us all how to ball, Jim Capo Jones. This is a clash of titans, a battle of wits, and a masterclass in modern-day disrespect. So let's break it all the way down, from the first post to the last clapback, with all the new tea that's been spilling. So picture this. 50 Cent probably kicked back in one of his 12 mansions, bored. He's scrawling, thinking, who can I send to the Shadow Realm today for my own entertainment? His eyes land on Jim Jones. Now, Jim's been out here flourishing. He's got the Vampire Life podcast poppin'. He's getting his flowers as an elder statesman. He's in the streets. He's in the boardrooms. He's relevant. But 50? He's the master of the humble brag takedown. He finds a receipt, or at least something that looks like a receipt. He goes on his IG, to his 30-some-odd million followers, and drops a screen recording. It looks official, like a public utility alert. The name, James Jones. The status, disconnected. The visual is clear. This man's lights is cut OFF. The caption, short, deadly, surgical. He probably wrote something like, at Jimjan Escapo, nah this can't be right. LOL hashtag SH, or sheesh. All that gangster and you in the dark. The classic 50 move. Tag your target, drop the evidence, and disappear. Let the internet do the rest. He didn't argue. He didn't explain. He just presented the fact and let the world laugh. Why is this so disrespectful? In the world of hip-hop, where image is your stock price, the ultimate sin is being broke. It undermines everything. All the jewelry, the cars, the boss talk. If you can't pay the light bill, it's all a front. 50 wasn't just trawling. He was attempting a character assassination. He was trying to paint Jim as a fraud, has been living in a dark, cold house. This was war declared via screenshot. 50 don't move random. This is chess. The roots of this might be deeper than a pothole in the Bronx. You got two NYC OGs from different boroughs, different camps, but the same era. The G-Unit, Southside Queens versus Dipset Harlem. Energy has always been there, a silent, competitive respect. Jim has been on his podcast recently, speaking his mind. He might have made a few slick comments in interviews over the years. Maybe he gave his 2 cents on 50's Power Universe, or joked about how 50 benefited from the publicity of getting shot early on. You know how Jim talks smooth, but with a little edge. 50 has a memory like an elephant. He files those comments away. There's also the Fat Joe connection. 50 and Joe squashed their beef and are cool now. But Jim and Fat Joe, that's a whole other chapter of NYC rap history. Crack rock, ring a bell. This could be 50 throwing a little indirect shot in that whole tangled web. It's NYC rap politics, baby. It's never just about one thing. Maybe 5-0 just saw Jim getting too much shine, looking too peaceful and prosperous. And 50's brand is built on being the apex predator, the guy who can humble anybody with a single post. Trolling Jim Jones, a respected OG, makes 50 look even more powerful, like he's above the game, picking off targets for sport. The second that post hit, the internet turned into a comedy club. The memes came fast and furious. Pictures of Jim Jones cooking collard greens on a candle. Jim Jones charging his phone at the corner bodega. Jim Jones telling Cameron, "Yo, killer, let me hold a battery for a minute." Dipset by candlelight edits. The jokes were wild. For a solid 24 hours, Jim Jones was the butt of every broke joke online. The pressure was on. What do? If you ignore it, people assume it's true. If you come out crying and sweating, you look guilty and weak. Jim was in a lose-lose situation, or so we thought. Jim Jones didn't just respond. He launched a full-scale media counteroffensive. He went on The Breakfast Club. He was on Instagram Live for hours. He was in the comment sections. He didn't get mad. He got strategic. And oh, it was beautiful to watch. He came out calm, collected, but with that Harlem smirk. He basically said, "Let's pause. Let's really look at this. You are a billionaire. You own film studios. You got TV shows winning awards. You a global icon. And with all of that, your hobby is searching county clerk websites for other men's utility bills? On a random Tuesday. My brother, that is the saddest, most lonely, hater-ish behavior I have ever seen in my life. What is your life?" Boom. He immediately reframed the entire thing. He made 50 look like a pathetic, bored, lonely rich guy with nothing better to do than hate. He attacked his character and his purpose. Then he started letting the shots fly. He clowned his physique. "You look like a number 2 pencil with a goatee. A strong wind could finish what them bullets started." But then he reached for the nuclear codes. He brought up 50 Cent's bankruptcy. Let that sink in. He said, "You talking about MY Light Bill? N asterisk 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 asterisk. The entire world watched you stand in front of a bankruptcy judge and admit you was broke. You had to file legal papers. You was so broke it was a federal case. I might have a bill mix-up. You had a whole Chapter 11. The public got receipts on you being officially, legally bankrupt." The disrespect was palpable. He took 50's favorite weapon, "You're broke," and showed him a bigger, more official, more embarrassing receipt. It was a legendary pull-up. Throughout it all, Jim kept his energy like, "This is beneath me." He talked about being in multi-million-dollar meetings, building vampireware and other ventures. "I'm over here building empires, and you're a grown man playing with Photoshop and light bill memes. We are not the same. This is child's play." He made himself look like the busy, successful, unbothered CEO, and made 50's entire stunt look immature and cheap. Now, the big question everyone's asking. Was the screenshot even real? Come on now. This is 50 Cent, the man who faked getting struck by lightning for a vitamin water ad. It could have been. Expert Photoshop. His team is A1. A bill for a totally different James Jones. That name is like John Smith. An old document from years ago that he saved for a rainy day. Completely fabricated from jump. The truth is irrelevant. The reaction is the product. And 50 got a massive reaction. This beef shows how the game has changed. Battles aren't won on diss tracks alone anymore. They're won on Instagram, Twitter, and podcasts. It's about who controls the narrative. Who looks cooler? Who looks more unbothered? Who wins the court of public opinion? Round 1, 50 scores a knockdown with the broke allegation. Round 2, Jim gets up, changes the entire narrative to 50 is a sad, bankrupt hater, and unleashes a combo that stuns the crowd. Round 3, the world watches, debates, and crowns a winner. And let's keep it a buck, they both won something. 50 won the attention. He dominated the news cycle. His engagement skyrocketed. The chaos is his currency. Jim won the respect. He defended his name with precision, wit, and devastating accuracy. He introduced himself to a new generation as an OG, who cannot be played with. His stock went up. In the straight-up, head-to-head verbal showdown, Jim Jones took this round, and he took it clean. He stood on business, protected his brand, and fired back with insults that will be in the meme hall of fame forever. He left 50 looking obsessive and, for once, a little silly. But is the war over? With 50 Cent, never. He's the agent of chaos. He'll likely lay low, then hit someone else with a wild post next week. As long as we're all still talking about it, he's winning his own game. So the Great Light Bill War of 2026 taught us this. The battlefield is digital. Your words are your weapons, and never, ever bring up finances unless your own house is completely spotless, because Jim Jones will come back with the public records. He was left in the dark for about 5 minutes. Then he flipped the switch and shone a light so bright on 50's antics that we're all still squinting. All right, fam. The comment section is now a battleground. I need to know where you stand, Team 50, because the troll game is God tier and he runs the internet. Team Jim Jones, because the clapback was an all-time classic and he stood up for Harlem. Was the bill fake? Did Jim's bankruptcy read go too far? Is this all just brilliant marketing? Spill your take. Argue with each other. Let's get it. If you were entertained from the first word to the last, show love. Smash that like button. It fuels the whole operation. If you're new to the family, you're home now. Subscribe and smash that bell so you never, ever miss when we dive into the drama. We do the deep dive, so you stay ahead of the wave. Appreciate y'all. Stay sharp, stay safe, and keep your eyes on the feed. The next chapter is always coming. One love. Peace.